Unleashing the power within, faith, resilience, and community in action. Welcome, everyone, to a journey that will challenge your perceptions, ignite your spirit, and potentially change the course of your life. I'm thrilled to share with you the profound wisdom and electrifying insights I gained from my recent conversation with Shaay Mathews, a visionary leader whose impact on making our world a better place is nothing short of extraordinary. Shaw's ability to inspire change and empower individuals has touched countless lives, and today we have the privilege of tapping into that transformative energy. Now, let's dive into the heart of our discussion. Have you ever found yourself wondering if there's more to life than just going through the motions? If you've ever felt that nagging sensation that you're meant for something greater, something that transcends the ordinary, then buckle up because we're about to embark on a roller coaster ride of self discovery and empowerment. Shaay Mathews challenges us to consider what it truly means to live, love, and laugh with unwavering faith, to trust, believe, and receive with the unshakable conviction that a higher power is intentionally working in our favor. These aren't just empty platitudes, my friends. They're the building blocks of a life lived with purpose and passion. As I sat across from Shai, I couldn't help but be struck by the sheer force of her presence. Her energy was palpable, radiating a warmth and intensity that made me feel like I could conquer the world. And let me tell you, that feeling is contagious. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, and that's all well and good, but how does this apply to my life? I'm not some high powered motivational speaker or successful entrepreneur. Well, hold on to your seats because we're about to dive into some real life examples that will show you just how powerful these principles can be when put into action. Let's start with faith in action. And no, I'm not talking about the kind of faith that has you sitting on your couch waiting for miracles to fall from the sky. I'm talking about the kind of faith that gets you off that couch and propels you into action, the kind of faith that Madam C.J. Walker embodied. Picture this: a young Sarah Breedlove, orphaned at a tender age, later widowed, facing a world that seemed determined to keep her down. Racism, sexism, poverty, the odds were stacked against her like a game of Jenga played by a toddler on a sugar high. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of throwing in the towel, Sarah, who would later become known as Madam C.J. Walker, held on to an unshakable faith in her vision. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, oh, great, another rags to riches story. How original. But hold on, because this isn't just about one woman's success. This is about the ripple effect that faith in action can create. You see, Madam C.J. Walker didn't just dream of success. She took intentional steps towards it. She saw a need in her community, hair care products for Black women, and she filled it. Her faith in her abilities, coupled with her trust in a higher purpose, led her to develop a line of products that would revolutionize the industry. But here's where it gets really juicy. Walker's success wasn't just about personal gain. Her faith in action created a tidal wave of empowerment that lifted thousands of Black women. She provided employment opportunities, encouraged entrepreneurship, and became a beacon of hope for an entire community. Talk about a return on investment. Now, I can almost hear the skeptics among you. That's great and all, but times were different then. How does this apply to me today? Well, my friends, let me introduce you to Robert F. Smith, a modern day example of resilience and perseverance that would make even the most steadfast mountain look flaky. Smith's journey is a testament to the power of staying focused on your goals, even when the world seems to be conspiring against you. Growing up, he faced racial discrimination and financial challenges that could have easily derailed his ambitions. But Smith refused to let these obstacles define him. Instead, he channeled his energy into his education and career, always keeping his eyes on the prize. This unwavering focus led Smith to build a successful career in finance and eventually found Vista Equity Partners. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Smith didn't just stop at personal success, he used his position to lift others up, most notably by paying off the student loans of an entire graduating class at Morehouse College. Let that sink in for a moment. One man's resilience and perseverance not only changed his own life, but also dramatically altered the trajectories of hundreds of young Black students. That's the kind of impact we can have when we refuse to give up, when we push through the tough times with determination and grit. But wait, there's more. Shaye's wisdom doesn't stop at individual success. She emphasized the critical importance of community empowerment. And this brings us to the powerful story of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Imagine a thriving community of Black-owned businesses supporting each other, creating wealth, and building a legacy of economic independence. That was Black Wall Street. Despite facing severe racial violence and economic sabotage, this community came together, rebuilt, and continued to thrive. The Black Wall Street movement showed us what's possible when we support one another, when we invest in our community's success. It wasn't just about individual businesses, it was about creating an ecosystem of success that lifted everyone up. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's all well and good, but what does this mean for me? How can I apply these lessons in my life? Well, I'm glad you asked because that's exactly what Shaay wants us to consider. She challenges us to embrace these principles of faith, resilience, and community empowerment in our own lives. It's about taking intentional actions towards our goals, supporting one another, and believing in the power of collective success. Imagine what could happen if we all lived with this level of intention and faith. If we approached each day with the resilience of Robert F. Smith, the faith and action of Madam C.J. Walker, and the community-minded spirit of Black Wall Street, we could transform our lives, our communities, and perhaps even the world. But it starts with us. It starts with you and me making a conscious decision to live, love, and laugh with purpose, to trust, believe, and receive with the conviction that our actions matter, that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Shay's message is clear. God is a doer and intentional, but we too must be doers. We must be intentional in our actions, resilient in our pursuits, and committed to uplifting our communities. So I challenge you today. How will you put your faith into action? How will you demonstrate resilience in the face of adversity? And how will you contribute to the empowerment of your community? These aren't just rhetorical questions. They're invitations to transform your life and the lives of those around you. They're calls to action, urging you to step into your power and make a difference. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm just one person. What difference can I really make? Well, let me tell you a little story that might change your perspective. Imagine a vast, dense forest. In this forest, a tiny acorn falls to the ground. It's small, seemingly insignificant amidst the towering trees around it. But that acorn contains within it the potential to become a mighty oak. It doesn't question its purpose or doubt its ability to grow. It simply does what it was meant to do. It takes root and begins to grow. At first, its progress is slow and hardly noticeable. But day by day, year by year, it grows taller and stronger. It faces challenges, harsh winters, dry summers, competition for sunlight and nutrients. But it perseveres, drawing strength from the very challenges it faces. And one day, many years later, that once tiny acorn has become a majestic oak tree, providing shelter and sustenance for countless creatures, contributing to the health and vitality of the entire forest ecosystem. You, my friends, are that acorn. You may feel small and insignificant in the face of the world's challenges, but within you lies the potential for greatness. Your actions, no matter how small they may seem, have the power to create ripples of change that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. So I challenge you to be like that acorn. Take root where you are. Start small if you must, but start. Put your faith into action. Be resilient in the face of challenges. And most importantly, contribute to the growth and empowerment of your community. Remember, faith without action is like a car without fuel. It might look good, but it's not going anywhere. Your faith, when coupled with intentional action, becomes an unstoppable force for positive change. And when it comes to resilience, think of it as your personal superpower. It's not about never falling down. It's about how quickly you get back up. Every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. Every challenge is a chance to grow stronger. As for community empowerment, remember this: a rising tide lifts all boats. When you contribute to the success of others, you create an environment where everyone, including yourself, can thrive. It's not just about individual success, it's about collective prosperity. So, as we wrap up, I want you to feel the energy, the positivity, the sheer potential that Shaay Mathews exudes. Feel it coursing through you, inspiring you, motivating you to be more, do more, achieve more. You have the power to change your life. You have the resilience to overcome any obstacle. And you have a community that needs your unique gifts and talents. It's time to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating perfect moments. It's time to stop hoping for change and start being the change. It's time to stop dreaming about a better future and start building it. So go out there and live with intention. love with abandon, laugh in the face of challenges, trust in your abilities and in a higher purpose, believe in yourself and in the power of community, and receive the blessings that come from living a life of faith and purpose. Remember, we are all capable of greatness. It's time to step into that greatness and shine. The world is waiting for the unique contribution that only you can make. So go out there and make it happen. Your journey of faith, resilience, and community empowerment starts now. And who knows, maybe someday someone will be telling your story as an example of what's possible when you live with faith, resilience, and a commitment to community. So, what are you waiting for? The stage is set, the spotlight is on, and the world is your audience. It's time to show them what you're made of. Let's make Shaay Mathews proud. Let's make our communities proud. But most importantly, let's make ourselves proud by living up to our full potential. The power is in your hands. Now go out there and use it. Thank you.